While you're standing still, they say the next thing to do is figure out what the lion wants. Sure.
Hey, buddy, what's
Hey,
up?
buddy, what do you need?
You need something?
You want
need
a snack?
Hi, I'm Gabe.
And I'm Kat.
And we're the Ghouls next door. Talk about spooky stuff.
Like lions.
Yeah, we're the lions next door. We're a lion next to you.
Yeah, the big old lions. Rawr.
This is our Killer Animals series where we're talking about films in which animals do murders.
Yeah. And in this case, I feel like if ever a lion kills you, it's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
Like, because there's not a lot of them. So, like, why were you in their space?
Yeah, don't go there. Also, like...
Stop destroying their habitats.
Yeah, in this case of the film Beast, starring Idris Elba, I do think that it's a warranted murder spree. I think the people that this lion is taking it out on don't all deserve it, but also, like... totally understand, that you were backed into a desert corner, you know, like.
Yeah, and like even the people that like the good people who were not poaching, they like totally were like, I'm sorry, buddy. You know, I get it. This is not your fault. You're just doing you're just protecting yourself, because people hurt you. So.
Yeah. That's what
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the poachers.
Yeah. I'd say this film is one of those where respect of the animal is really high up there, and I enjoyed the fact that it didn't make it out like these animals are just awful. Yeah, which is really good. It was like no, super valid. We should care about them, and never once did the people like. You know, they want to get away from this and they want this lion to stop attacking them, but it's never like all lions are bad, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, like lions end up being kind of a hero, so let's talk about.
As you would expect, as buff as Idris Elba is, he can't beat a lion.
He can't beat a lion.
He can't fight a lion by himself.
He had to have thought it was going to be really fun, though. Just like a side tangent before we get started and jump in, I was thinking about how... Well, we've talked about like big game hunters before and how it's honestly kind of lazy for like the big game hunters to be like, oh, I murdered like a lion, and you have like their mane and stuff. It's like male lions are super lazy, first of all. It's not a feat. It's not actually that cool. But I was also thinking about how I was in a conversation of like who was the best animal dad, and someone was like, oh, it's the seahorse, and I was like, I get it because they have the babies, but I was like, anyone could do that. You know, like all the ladies that give birth to the babies aren't default the best mom.
Yeah, the best mom.
It's like that's like the bare minimum. I mean, it's cool, but it's not. I don't think so. I was like, the worst dad is definitely the lions. I think tied with turtles, and then
what do turtles do that's bad?
They just hatch them on the beach and then leave them.
Okay, yes, that. Okay, I did know that. I thought you meant like they did something else in addition to that.
Most of them don't live.
That's very bad. That's very bad. You're 100% right.
We just abandon them immediately.
I was thinking also bears are pretty bad dads too, like generally. I'm not 100% on that, but all the nature shows that I've watched about that are like boy bears are mean. They don't care. They will mess you up.
I think also what I learned from Bambi is that bucks, super not cool. They're the kind to go, you know, to the store for some milk and cigarettes and never come back. Seems like kind of their MO. At least that's what it was in Bambi. Yeah. But I think the best dads are penguins.
Yeah. Oh, you told me this. Yes.
Yes.
Tell us again. but like for the audience. Why are they the best dads, Gabe?
They're the best dads because they don't give birth to them, but they take care of them the whole time and actively. So it's one thing to have like the moms go out and do the hunting, which is what the lionesses do, but penguin moms are out there getting food, and the dads are like, I got it. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this kid.
Keep them in my little pouch. Like, my flap of warm skin goes right over my eggs.
Penguins are also just super cute in, like, how they take care of each other, too. Like, I'm sure there's some evil penguins, but most of them are very sweet to each other, and they stay together forever. Ducks do that, too, I think.
Yeah, a lot of birds. A lot of birds mate for life.
Yeah.
There's
so
also
duck
been, like...
dads may be good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know that some penguins have been gay, too, so that's fun.
Birds.
So
See, Gabe, we gotta love birds.
We'll see. There'll be an episode where we can see if we should actually love birds.
Yeah. I still will, even if we shouldn't.
Yeah. So let us know who you think both the worst and best animal dads are out there. Yeah. And I think this is really fun because the film Beast pits two dads against each other.
Yep.
It's like I think it's safe to assume that the lion is a dad, even though we don't see his children, because that's the whole point. Yeah. But that's like, if he's the last one standing, it's because he was really important and he made all the babies.
Yeah.
So it's him versus Idris Elba, who is trying to be a better dad.
Yeah. And succeeding, I think.
Yeah, I think just trying even.
And also just like being more emotionally present and honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really difficult hand he was dealt. So let's talk about what Beast is about. Okay, so Beast is from 2022, and it's about a father and his two teenage daughters find themselves hunted by a massive rogue lion intent on proving that the savannah has but one apex predator, and it's directed by Balthazar Kormaker, and it is really fun. It's a really fun film. Yeah. I think it got some low ratings on things. Yeah. And I get it because I will say it does suffer from some pretty poor CG, including Idris being CG at one point, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, this is already where it's at the end. It's okay. I know that Idris wasn't actually fighting a lion. So.
Yeah, and I don't think he needed to for this movie to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the movie was very fun. I don't know. I would not give it a bad rating, and that's a spoiler for the movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was very fun.
There's a scene where a guy is like hugging lions because they're like the good lions who know him. And first of all, it's like, don't do that. Like, I get it. Like if lions were not like if I was cool and I was tight with lions, I think that would be lovely to hug them.
They're so cute. Can I pet that dog? Absolutely.
I would love to pet that dog. But it's also like, oh God, no. And he's like hugging and like nuzzling this lion, and I'm just thinking of the guy in the suit that he like has to like hug and nuzzle that has like the CG lion, you know? Oh. That they're gonna swap out, you know?
I was like, what are you saying? You're telling me that wasn't a real lion game? Oh my God, that's so funny. I didn't even consider that. Yeah. That that's a human dressed in like lion costume.
No,
that he's
it's
like
just
having
a human
to rub all up on.
in like a green suit.
I know, but it's just very funny that as an actor, he had to pretend. That's hilarious. I didn't even consider that. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, Continue. It's like if you ever look up like Twilight, like behind the scenes when she's like petting Jacob as a wolf, and he's just like, it's a guy in a suit, and she's just like, she's gonna be so serious about it, just like, and it's like, subdued. Like, what? So that was really funny for me, just imagining like this grown man just like nuzzling this other grown man, like completely platonically and for work. And because one of them is actually a lion. Yeah. So that for me was really fun. But let's tell you what Beast is. And, you know, I totally think it's worth your time.
Agreed.
That's my opinion.
I remember when we saw the preview, and I think we were both like, that looks really dumb, but we should see it and maybe cover it, and I'm glad that we did. It was very fun. It was cute. It was actually a good story. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
it should be getting a bunch of. It was better than some other films that I've seen. So in this series.
I think so. It got, let's see, on IMDb, it's got 5.6 out of 10 points, and it's 69% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's
which
not
isn't
terrible.
the worst.
It's not terrible.
It's not the worst. It's just I was like, I think it should be a little higher. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was
we
like, what's
can
wrong with
log
it?
into our IMDb and rate
Yeah.
it higher, and then the percentage will go up.
That's true. It's because we're not on there.
Yeah.
We got to do our letterboxed.
Yeah.
So in this film, we have a dad, Idris Elba, and he's got his 2 daughters, and they have traveled to the daughter's mom's original village. And so this is where she had grown up. This is where, like, they had gotten together or got connected to because she had known someone in this town who ended up connecting them together later in life.
Yeah, and I believe she was a photographer.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. She did
Yeah, took
really amazing things.
photos.
I will say that's one of the negatives I felt was just like I hate when women are just like this tool, like
To tell a story,
gone,
yeah.
you know, and. So their whole existence is their dream sequences and memories. I don't know. Like, it absolutely served a purpose for this film, and she seemed really wonderful. And they also have a lot of really real moments that felt very honest. So they're traveling here, and they're going to go on a little, like, what's that word?
Safari?
Safari. I kept wanting to say, like, Sahara. And I was like, that's not...
That's just the name of the desert.
That's just a place. So Safari. And they're with the guy who set the parents up, and his uncle, what was his name? Martin?
I think Martin, yeah.
Uncle Martin. And they go on a trip, and at first it's like totally cool. They like see the lions that are good. They see this one pride that they're protecting. There's like a conversation about how there's been poachers going around, and that there's actually anti-poachers. So people who are
who fight
targeting
poachers.
poachers and like hurting them. And of course they're like, Uncle Martin, are you one? And he's just like, I protect the animals.
Me?
Like, I plead the fifth.
What do you mean? I'm just a
cannot
regular
confirm or
guy.
deny.
I just really like animals. It's no big deal.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
live here and protect them in whatever way possible. And so they see that, you know, these are lovely lions who are very friendly, and they learn that lions are very territorial, and that they'll protect their pack no matter what, and that they hold grudges and have vengeance, and et cetera, et cetera. Which is like kind of fun to see, and there really is like a respect for them in that way. And throughout the film, we learn about this little family, and what we learn is that the mom had gotten sick and had passed away, but before she got sick, the parents had split. And so it puts him in this really precarious position of like it could be interpreted as him like abandoning her in a moment of need, but it's like they were already out. Like they already accepted that this wasn't for them. So you can't just like go back and like, you know, like it doesn't change the fact that they had already tried in a different way and that didn't work.
Yeah.
And so he just is really struggling with like having this rough relationship with his daughters. He wasn't entirely present when the wife was alive, and now she's gone, and he's like trying to do that, and one of them is fine moving forward and is like thankful for that. The other one, who's older, teenager, is going to be bitter about it and is feeling some type of way and brings it up in not always the best situations.
Literally, yeah. At first I was like, ugh, why is she bringing it up again? And I was like, you know, if they die now, you need to get it out. You're right. You're right, teenager. we should get all our feelings out when it's the time to do it.
Yes.
I'm not going to judge you. You are a child.
Yeah. Emotions are strong.
Yeah.
We have big feelings, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like the entanglement of it. And that's something they're exploring the whole time, is like him trying to be a better dad and to do it through this. And we kind of made like a joke about how obviously he's going to like show himself to be a better dad by protecting them during this very stressful situation. And I was like, and he gets the luxury of remembering this growth, unlike in Insidious when they just totally erased that man's memory and he didn't know that he was a good dad.
Yeah, look at you grow as a person. Just kidding. Bye.
Yeah.
You don't get to remember that. Why would we let you have that? This is why you can't erase your memory after bad events.
You can't do that.
Like
Eternal.
What Eternal Sunshine. I was like, what is that movie called? Yeah.
Yeah, we try to. It's trauma. I totally get it. So as they're on this safari, I almost said Sarah again. It's the time. As they're on the safari, they go and Uncle Martin is like, let's stop by this one village that's nearby. I'm really cool with them, and I want to check in because there's been like a lot of poacher activity and like getting some bad vibes of something going on here.
Yeah, let's make sure the lions are cool.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was this before or after they saw the one guy. I think it's okay. So then they get to the village and nobody's around. Yeah. And it's like, what's going on? So everyone splits up and they're looking around. And then Martin's like, yo, Idris, you need to come over here and don't tell the kids.
Yeah,
the
don't
kids
let them
can't come
here.
over here. And Chris is just
trauma.
like, let's go over here. And then he does try to keep the kids away. And I commend them for listening. They like I was expecting like the typical fight back of like no
I'm
see.
gonna go look.
Yeah, they were like okay, and then like the youngest wanders off and ends up finding a dead body. But it's essentially this whole village was murdered by a lion. Like it's very clearly not people, it's not guns. It is like slashing, but it's so uncharacteristically like a lion because it's like a lot of damage. It's just completely mauling all these people and not for food. Like it didn't eat anybody. It just was killing them. And it did it to the whole village, which is also not a thing that they would do. Like they would attack and then they would leave. So Uncle Martin's like, this something ain't right. We need to go. We need to figure this out. So as they're trying to escape, get out of there, they encounter this man who is severely injured. And Idris's character is a doctor, so they try to like help him, and at the same time, Uncle Martin's like, "Let me go find this lion,"
which was like, why I understand, but also like, let's leave the lion alone.
Yeah, you know what?
Like,
I think
nature will do nature. You know, I don't want anyone else to get murdered. Absolutely not. But should you go by yourself to go find a lion that took out an entire village? Maybe not, friend. But it's okay.
Yeah, maybe let's take a look in the mirror and just like I know you're friends. I know you're like tight with one pride.
Yeah. There's literally a phrase for it. Curiosity killed the cat. Don't be that. Go away from it. Go away from the danger, Martin.
Martin. So he does go investigate, and of course this is when everything hits the fan, and it is just like the rest of the film is this lion doing incredibly insane lion things, being just impenetrable, similar to Slaughterhouse.
Like just a mortal lion.
It was just like, not
the things they did to that lion, it was still walking around at the end. It was really wild.
It literally set it on fire. Like
I know.
Some of my favorite parts is like the lion comes up and there's like clearly this like giant like crocodile, alligator, I don't know which ones are native to that area, something big in the water, and when the lion shows up it like hauls like takes off in the water. You just hear like I was like oh my god, there's something huge in the water. Nope, they nope right out of there.
Yeah, they were like, I don't mess with this lion. This lion's on a vengeance kick, so I'm gonna go.
Like this isn't it about me. Yeah, and I recognize
I'm
that.
gonna let you have your moment, you know, just by yourself, and I'm gonna go over here.
Like respect, like super respect. Yes, queen, slay.
Literally.
And but I'm gonna go over there. Yeah. So like, it's like if it gets to the point where other large predators are running away, I think we can. I think we can assume that this is big bad, and Uncle Martin gets gotten a little bit, and they do a lot of walkie-talkieing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I get, like, we need to be in communication with each other, but, like, the lion can hear that, too. Yeah. Like, I think we're trying to be quiet.
If you're trying to hide from lion, maybe don't say so much over the walkie-talkie. And the kids did not understand that.
No, they were constant.
They're of cell phone culture. They want instant gratification. They did not understand that Big Lion can hear the walkie-talkie, and they were bad at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was like, and I get it because it's like, your dad just left. There's a killer lion.
Scary, absolutely.
So scary.
No fault to them. It was just very funny because they just didn't know. They just didn't understand. They're like, "Is this a text message?"
There's like, Dad. Like, oh my God, he's trying to hide.
Yeah.
There is a lot of absurdity that happens in the film. Like we said, there's some fun sequences. There's a sequence in which the youngest daughter just sticks the lion in the butt with a tranquilizer dart. That was rad.
Yeah.
Everybody has cool, except for the youngest one, all have cool, like, lion scars now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it really sucks when it's happening. But you gotta think, like, when I got out of here, I have, like, a cool story.
Yeah.
I have, like, a really cool story to go with the scar.
And, like, didn't lose necessarily.
And here I am, you know?
I survived that. So.
Yeah. Like, I didn't win, but I'm still here.
Yeah, but I lived, you know?
Yeah.
Who can say they fought a lion and just, like, were walking around the next day?
Not many people, I don't think. So, yeah, I was like, that's really cool. There's a part where Idris is hiding in a tree and the snake tries to bite him and he grabs it.
Yo, I was like, how? All right, sure.
He grabs it like right before.
Reflexes.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. And then he throws the snake at the lion. Oh, so good. I was like, okay, yeah. I was just in for every absurd. And the lion kept finding them. And then they would like go, they did a lot of playing with like, when eventually they get to this like schoolhouse that has been taken over by the poachers. So it's like full of guns and like corpses of animals. And so they're in this place and they leave every single door open.
Yeah, which is very silly, but very fun.
And I get why they did that because as far as they know, that lion is toast.
Yeah, they thought it lit on fire.
It was on fire.
How much spoileries should we do? Or like, because I feel like they don't know why the lion was on fire. Does that matter? It doesn't matter.
Just know this lion survives a lot. Yeah. And it gets to the point where, like, yeah, there's a lot of fun things where you're stressing out because the doors are open and they walk by these doors a lot and you're like, I know the lion's going to be out there. So you're looking, you're trying to see the lion. And of course, the lion's the same color as the landscape. That's how they work.
It's camouflage.
That's their whole deal is to be the color of desert. Yeah. Their hair looks like, you know, when it gets all wavy because you're looking at the sun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I do. I got you.
Yeah. And, yeah, and in the end, like I said, they're the whole thing. Again, they never seem like they're mad at this lion.
Yeah, right? No, there's no good lion or bad lion. It's just this lion's upset for a reason. Mm-hmm. And it's vengeance.
Yeah.
You know?
And they deduce that, like, it is because that lion's pride was taken out entirely by the poachers. And so now this lion is just like, humans are bad.
Yeah, so they're taking out all the people.
Is dead.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at the lion about that.
Yeah. And then, you know, it just does try to fight this lion and is super CG. And he is saved by other lions.
Yeah.
From the beginning. So
it's the most fun lion fight. Because you know what I was really worried about when we put up this movie? I thought they were going to make Idris fight a lion and, like, win. You know what I mean?
Be good at it?
Like, she was going to be, like, really good at fighting a lion. And I was like, that's stupid. I don't want to watch Idris, like, box a lion. Yeah. You know, it just seems very silly. But what I appreciated so much that they made him pretty bad at fighting the lion. Like, the lion was destroying Idris.
Yes.
He was cutting him up, biting him, all that stuff. And I was just like, it wasn't silly. It felt very real, which made it stressful, actually. Where if he was just like boxing a lion, I would not have believed that like that could have taken place. But yeah, like they made it very, very realistic in that he gets like rocked by the lion, and then other lions kind of step in to help. Yeah, it's very funny.
Which is I really appreciated that as well because it's like. He was purely just trying to survive. And that felt
Yeah.
very genuine. Like every one of his moves was like protect my vital organs. Like what can I do without? And as
punch,
a doctor,
but also
I know.
guard.
Yeah, like oh no, let me keep this jaw away from
My face,
my lungs. I don't know, like
or my neck. Yeah,
yeah,
arteries.
exactly. So he, and being knowledgeable about like the body, it was like, but that there's definitely a lot of that part was just him as CG, which was really funny. But yeah, I absolutely was like, thank God he just got his butt kicked, because like if this was like a different actor, like if you think of like Jason Statham.
No, he would have
allow
fought the lion.
Would he allow himself to get beat by a lion?
No.
The Rock.
No.
He's not going to be by a lion.
No, The Rock is like ripping the lion in half, and you're like, sir, how?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's not the power. You can't do this. You can't do this.
You're not like invincible.
You're just a regular guy. Like, you're a buff guy, absolutely.
For sure. But you're
you
regular.
Can't fight a lion.
Yeah, exactly. So I just I did really appreciate that for him being known to be, like in similar in similar films as those other actors.
Yeah. And he held his own against the lion, sure. But
yes. Better than most.
Yeah, he wasn't like a literal superhero, which I thought was good.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have believed the movie.
Yeah, and then I think the other redeeming thing was having it be like he never won. It was the other lions coming in, and they didn't. It wasn't even that they cared about him. It's just that lion started to encroach on their space, and it was like, whoa, but like you could fight over there, but when you fight over here.
Yeah, this is our zone.
Back up now. Like, whoa. There's a line. And I because it seems like they're waiting. Because they watch. They watch him get rocked for a while. He's getting messed up. And then at some point that line ends up in the wrong little space, that imaginary line that had been set. And they're like, okay, no, now we can go.
Yeah,
now we can go.
They were fighting right outside the border of their territory.
Yeah.
And then got in there and they're like, yep.
All right, here we go.
You saw it. Excellent. Let's go.
Yeah, now I have permission. These are the laws of nature.
Yeah,
and you messed up, dude.
It's very respectful of nature in that way. Because, of course, that's the only way you survive a lion attack. Because they're not going to work together. They're enemy lions. They're not best friend lions.
Yeah, exactly.
They got different territories, so they're mad at that.
Yeah, they're like, I got to protect my ladies because they need to go out and get me some food.
Yeah. This is literally my only job and my time to shine.
Yeah, the line's like, listen, I'm really sorry about your whole fam, but I gotta stop mine from doing that. So. And also, word on the street is you took out my one human friend.
Yeah.
So
but you did take out all those poachers, which was, you did do us a solid.
Which is why they were like, we'll let you go for a little bit. We'll let you get a little in.
Yeah.
And there's a time limit, and then we can come in. So, and it's funny because the daughter's like, you did it. You know that they defend their land. And he really looks like, right.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing.
I was going there for that reason. Yep. Which I think in the story he did. But it was just like, it really did feel like he was like, first of all, I'm like, my brain... It's all over the place. I was just eaten by a lion.
I got shaken around a lot. I definitely have a concussion, among other things.
Bleeding from so many places. And
oh my god.
I have lots of trauma, and absolutely, I did this on purpose, and I just really enjoyed that. Yeah, and again, it's so I also love that they didn't leave after that. They went and they still did their trip. They still went and took the picture that they wanted to, and they still commemorated their mom in that way. And that to me was a really strong thing, because I feel like it's very easy to be like, okay, nope, screw this country, let's go.
We don't like it. Even though we have this nice story to come back, we
I'm
want
not
to
going
be
to this
here.
village. I don't want to be here.
Also, lions.
Yeah. So instead, it's just no, all of that. It was really stressful, but also. We can't even be mad at it,
Yeah, it's totally situational.
Yeah. So that's Beast essentially, and
would you recommend it?
I would. I think it's fun. Watch it with people.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't have like super high expectations of the Lion movie. But I was thinking like, I don't know if I've seen any other like killer lion movies.
I don't think so either. No, I don't think it's generally a thing. There's just like fun lion movies, like The Lion King.
That's the
I
only
can't think of
movie. I can't think of any other
lion movies.
Yeah.
I just appreciate the animal vengeance storyline. I think it's very fun. Everyone that we watched outside of, I didn't hate Slaughterhouse. I didn't like Slaughterhouse. Outside of that one, I've had a very fun time thus far. It's very silly. It's very silly, all of these movies, but like in a really like kind of endearing and fun way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think as long as you're like respecting nature, in the end of the day, the story is like, if you're out there in their place, you have to respect them in their place.
Yeah, and that's how you go.
Yeah,
that's
like
how
what were
I
you doing
go
over there? What were you doing? That's why.
I think there's very rare opportunities that I would be outside in a place in such a way.
With lions.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm not going to go where lions are.
Yeah.
I know sometimes you can't help it. But for right now, to avoid fighting a lion, which I'm going to get into in my section, I'm going to avoid it, I think. Just for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, I said to my partner, I was like, would you come back to like save me if like a lion like was stalking me or whatever? And he was just straight up was like, why are we where a lion is? Like, why would we be there? I was like, well, we are like potentially planning a trip actually. Right. So I was like, we might be near a lion.
Though, I would be very sad. You'd see me. I don't think I'd be able to win. How would I break by standing? Yeah. How am I saving you from lion? Unless I get like superhuman stress strength, which is a thing.
Like a
that is
mama
possible.
strength?
I get like adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yes, then I would. But I'm also known to freeze in tragedy. So I imagine I would also get eaten almost immediately after you.
Yeah. You're like, we're going out together.
I'm so sorry.
We'll reach for each other.
What am I supposed to do?
Just like, no.
At least we go out together, you know?
Yeah. Love. I don't know why we're both there. Absolutely.
It's fair. Same with bears.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Also, tell me about lions. If we are in lion situation.
If you are in lion situation, this is what you're supposed to know. I read 2 of them. Gabe, thank you so much for putting these in here because both of them were very fun. So we have How to Survive a Lion Attack, Smart News from the Smithsonian Magazine, and then we also have the WikiHow, 3 ways to survive a lion attack. I want to say the images for the WikiHow are like maybe one of the funnier WikiHow. I feel like back in our wilderness series, we had covered a WikiHow that was very absurd. And this is very similar in that. It's just very silly.
My favorite...
Which one? Show
the
audience.
My favorite WikiHow was when we were doing our fears episode, and I had the fear of a serial killer murdering you, and it was like, just don't. And it was like, what is like stand motionless in your garage? Like, so you get it acclimated. You get acclimated. Yeah, it was like, stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're
anxious about that? Just don't be.
Yeah. Just stop.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That didn't occur to me.
So, yeah, that one is definitely one of my all-time favorites. I'm trying to see if I could find the...
pictures?
One of the pictures. But why don't you go ahead and tell me?
Yeah, so I'll start with the How to Survive a Lion Attack by the Smithsonian Magazine. So they go on to say, the first thing to know about surviving a lion attack is not run. Do not run. It should not surprise you that a lion is way faster than you.
It doesn't surprise me.
But in case you need numbers, apparently the fastest human to ever live was Usain Bolt, and who can run 27.79 miles per hour. That's pretty fast.
Yeah.
A lion can run 50 miles per hour. I don't know how fast I can run, but I know it's not that fast. I know it is like
2.
probably 5 to 10 at the absolute maximum. Probably more like 2. Like I am a light jogger. I would be dead within seconds, especially if they're going 50 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So don't run unless you can run 50 miles per hour. They say you should stand still. And then, as he said, as a one core answerer put it, if you run, you will only die tired. So
That's valid.
it's true. You might as well just go out calm.
Yeah. It's just like with the bear. Like, you know what? Let it take me.
Stand your ground and just be really chill despite the very unchill situation taking place in front of you.
It was like...
Okay. While you're standing still, they say the next thing to do is figure out what the lion wants. Sure.
Hey, buddy, what's
Hey,
up?
buddy, what do you need?
You need something?
You want
need
a snack? Yeah. You try to communicate with the lion, ask it what it wants. Why is it here? Why are you here? That's the real question. The next thing to do is figure out what the lion wants. Lions that are feeling threatened will swish their tails back and forth,
like kitties,
much like your cat does. So if you have a cat, you already know how to deal with a lion. That's what this is telling me. If you have a cat, you already experience cat mannerisms, so you can kind of sense the vibe.
Like the ears are back.
Yeah. And the tail's swishing. Yeah, the tail's swishing. So you're like, oh, this cat's upset.
Yeah.
Lions that are hunting will try to stay as still as possible, holding their tails rigid. So if the lion is hunting you, that's very bad. That's literally what it says. So if the lion's hunting you, that sucks, man. That's really bad for you.
Oh, oops.
Oh, that sucks. There's no getting out of this lion scenario. But if they're just like walking around,
and
they stumble and they happen upon you, then they might just swish. Otherwise, they're stiff and they're like ready to fight you.
Yeah, and then like, you know what? That's it for me.
You're so right, friend. So they say next, should the lion charge you, you still must not run. Like a bear, they might bluff run at you. So
I can't be playing these mind games with these animals.
This will obviously be difficult, they say. And it's obviously, you know.
I appreciate them acknowledging that.
Yeah.
And not being like, just do it, punk.
But they say, that's the loudest laugh I've ever done. They say, as Discover Wildlife says, in what you could be described as an understatement, being charged by a lion when you are on foot is extremely frightening. But no matter how scared you are, do not run and do not turn your back on the lion. So it's disrespectful. So
yeah, definitely don't turn your back on the lion. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, but they said also that most charges, like bears, are bluff charges. They're mock charges. They just want to see if you're going to flinch. They're like, come at me, buddy.
Like, I don't want to.
Made you flinch, haha, you know?
You're correct. I would like to leave now.
And you'll usually actually be fine. They just want to like sense if you're prey or not. So you got to show them that you're not prey. By staying super still and being chill and asking like what they want. Why are they in town, you know?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? So they said, so most charges are bluffs, and in many animal attacks, the advice is to make yourself look bigger. That is also generally kind of true. They say, but the biggest thing is to remember that even if you're large, that's not really a lion's deterrent. So it doesn't work so well because lions will regularly take out and eat zebras, giraffes, elephants, buffalo, all
I
animals.
was like, I should climb a giraffe, but now that's out.
Yeah, all animals that are probably bigger than you. In most cases, I would guess. Also, they say do not climb a tree because lions can climb trees better than you can. There's a reason why they're a top predator, is what the article says. They also say lions hunt terrified prey every day. You don't have much experience in lion fighting. On that basis alone, it's got to be a serious advantage. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, they got a leg up. So
yeah. So basically, You actually, making yourself big won't do much. You got to stand still. Got to climb a tree. Don't climb a tree. That's the opposite. I said the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Don't climb a tree. Stand your ground. Back away. Not turn around.
They also are debuffing some things that have been popularized in media to deter lions. It's not real. So they say you might have heard that fire works to ward off lions. It worked in the Jungle Book, but it will not work for you.
Okay.
Most lions are not afraid of fire and will walk around them and be like, hey, what's that?
That's why that one was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Set
It's like, what do you
yourself
mean?
on fire.
Yeah, it's fine. I love fire. Also, they say, like, in regular cats, they can't really see fire. So that's why they say don't, like, put candles on their birthday candles and stuff, because they don't understand what fire is, and they'll try to touch it, and then they'll light themselves on fire because they're made of fur. Why would you do that? So ultimately, basically, fire is fine. They don't really care. But essentially, basically all you want to do is stand still, and then if they're standing still, back away. And then if they move, stop.
Okay.
And then if they're standing still again, back away some more. Do not turn your back to the lion. Just continue to back away as carefully and quietly as you can. If you see stalking indications, they say do raise your arms above your head and wave them around, and also shout your head off. Something that they say, which does counteract the other advice that they had just given us. So they also say if you have something in your hand, throw it at the lion. But even if the lion charges you, stand still.
Yeah.
But yeah, they basically say back away. If it comes towards you, freeze again. And then keep doing that until you're out of sight of the lion. But also, just be very aware that lions are very good hunters. So, you, like, once you see one, you're going to have your guard up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would
you need
suggest,
to get out of there.
Yeah, go into somewhere totally new. Or, like, inside a place.
I suggest you find an airport. And
go.
You get on a plane and you leave.
Yeah.
You leave, buddy.
But I would say if that's not an option, just go in a place with doors and close them.
Yes. That's the key. Close
they also
them.
say pepper spray is something that could work. Obviously, weapons. But they basically say, like, usually, generally, you don't have those on you unless you're poaching, which is what you shouldn't be doing. So just kind of pepper spray, maybe. You might have pepper spray. But, like, generally, it's just freeze, walk away, freeze, walk away. But the WikiHow blesses us with the information of if standing your ground does not work, what do? So their method 2 is how to fight a lion. So the WikiHow goes into, because there's a few methods to dealing with a lion. The first one is what I just gave you. The second one is fighting the attack. So they say remain standing. If these precautions don't work for any reason, the lion may charge. If this happens, stay standing. The lion will likely go for your face and throat. Try to avoid that.
Try to avoid that.
This means that it will jump and you'll have a full view of the giant cat. While this sounds terrifying, it will help to have a good view of the animal. If you were to crouch down, you would have much less of a chance to fight back if it attacked you at this angle.
Gotcha.
So
be up.
Yeah, I feel like duck and roll is what I would do, and that's why I'm dead. But
I'm not even here.
the second part of that is in your standing formation, the lion's coming at you. They say aim for the face. Sure.
Punch it in the nose.
When the cat jumps at you, fight back. Punch or kick the lion as it leaps at you. Aim for the head and the eyes as you continue to fight the predator off. This cat is likely to be much stronger than you, obviously, but by using hitting in the head and the eyes will have a great impact and could turn the lion off of you. They'll be like, ugh, you're a lot of work. I don't want to eat you.
Well, it's just like, for me, it's like trying to punch a lion's nose is right next to their teeth. So you risk like putting your whole fist in its mouth.
implore you to recognize that this is WikiHow.
Okay, you're right.
Like not you specifically,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
the audience. I'm
Yes.
just saying this is WikiHow.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know
is
what professional
maybe
wrote
don't
this.
do this one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that this is what we found, and this is what maybe you could do. I do not advise personally punching a lion in the face. I just don't see it ending well for you. You just tried, and you saw what happened there if you watched the movie.
I think most animals, if you punch them in the nose,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
It's something.
yeah. But that's if the yelling and the making your arms wave around and like standing still and backing away, that didn't work. The lion has already made a choice at your food at this point. It doesn't say what happens after you hit it, because then it says number 3 is seek immediate help, obviously. Lion attacks have been fought off by humans before. The humans that were attacked and fought off the cats were able to seek immediate medical help, especially if the lion was able to get its jaw on you and bite you. You need to stop the bleeding, as well as bites from animals in general are very prone to infection. So you want to make sure that it does not get infected.
Intense cat scratch fever.
Yeah. Which I'm like, I have to have. Cha-Cha bites me literally all the time. I'm ready for the lion at this point because of Cha-Cha. And then also they say seek psychiatric help because that's traumatizing. Even if the attack was a mock attack, it may be a good idea for you to seek professional psychological help about it. Getting past this traumatic experience is no easy feat. Very genuinely. Like, the images are a little funny, but very genuinely. Like, honestly, if you survive a lion attack, you go to therapy.
Yeah.
You need it. That's trauma. You don't just, like, get up and go to work tomorrow. I'd never go to work again. Because I survived a lion attack, why would I go capitalism?
Yeah, like
absolutely not.
Give me a break.
Yeah, if you can. I obviously take a break. Go to recover from this traumatic event.
Yeah, hopefully Idris went and got some therapy. The whole family. It should have been family therapy. Yeah, because also they got stuff they got to deal with. Yeah. It was the whole thing. They lost 2 someones. Before the film and in the film. Yeah. So.
But yeah, seeking help and aid can help with you moving on with your life, as this is a very traumatic experience. Method 3 is kind of just avoiding lions in general, and there's also some really ridiculous images that go along with it that hopefully Gabe can share with us. So method 3 is avoiding avoiding an attack. They say, number 1, just stay away from mating lions. Just don't go near them if they're making out. And, if they're making new lions, you stay away. That's not for you. It's not for you. Mating lions and lionesses.
Okay, wait. I just want to say, for people who are watching, I put up the image, and the male lion is having a really good time. The lady lion, not so much.
Yeah.
The guy, he's really living his life. And I love he's just watching. Look at this freak. Look at this freak. Don't watch lions bone. No.
The Discovery Channel, They say stay away from mating lions. Mating lions and lionesses are extremely aggressive and easily triggered during this time because it's vulnerable. You shouldn't be there. That's a private moment, and they don't want you to be there. There is no specific time of the year that lions reproduce, so
just don't take it.
just don't be near lions in general is what this is telling me. However, it is very easy to know when lions are mating because when the lioness is in heat, the couples mate up to 40 times a day. And this lasts for several days. Jesus. That's insane. That's insane.
Dad lions are the worst animal dads.
40 times a day.
Yeah.
Insane.
No wonder she looks so miserable. She was like,
I'm tired,
Hurry up. Yeah. And then I gotta hunt after this? Get out of here. No energy.
The next advice is stay away from cubs after the mating. And the babies happen. Stay away from those. Stay away from the cubs, no matter how tempting it may be or how cute little baby lions are. You cannot pet that dog.
You cannot. It's just like cubs. Any
animal baby, the mom or dad or parent is going to be mad at you. They're going to be mad at you that they're protecting the baby. They say go away. Unless they're a turtle, then they don't care.
Yeah. And then they say, whatever, birds. How you feel? Listen, if they wanted to live, they would.
So messed up. And that's what the turtle mom and dad say.
Yeah, that's what turtle mom say.
It's not you, specifically. I'm the one who watches those like nature documentaries and just like hysterically cries during the turtle time. Because I'm just like, they're so cute.
For a minute, anyway.
And it's like illegal to like help them get to the water.
Yeah.
Which is rude.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have all the turtles in the water? They're cutest little animals ever. Okay, this is a tangent. So they say stay away from the cubs. Lionesses are ferociously protective of their young. Notice they did not say lion dads.
No.
They don't care. But the moms, they care. Lionesses are ferociously protective of their young and should therefore be given extra space. Do not attempt to interact with any lion or cub in any way, especially when they're around the babies. In this event, you encounter cubs, try to find a route and take you as far from them as possible to avoid an attack. Do not take pictures. Do not try to pet the baby. You walk away, and you walk away fast. But do not run, I feel like, is still the situation.
I think that's always the issue.
Because then also then you're food for the cubs.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that. If you are in lion territory in the evening, because sometimes they say keep a night watch. Lions are predominantly nocturnal. This is when they do the substantial amount of their hunting. If there's a predator, if they're in predator mode, some people you can't help if you live there, you know. But like otherwise, they are much more prone to attack if they're in predator mode at night. So if you're in the area of high lion density overnight, maintain a night watch so that you aren't caught off guard. Close all your doors. Don't just leave the doors open. It's not like that was the only lion that lived there, you know?
Yeah.
It was silly. It was silly that they left the door open. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's your biggest takeaway here. Stay away from anywhere with lions.
Yeah.
And if you aren't able to, have pepper spray.
Yeah.
And then also like
close your doors.
If you see one, back away very slowly.
Give them distance, you know.
Unless they're swishing their tail and walking towards you, then you stand still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like all of these animal situations.
You're already dead. But punch him in the nose, maybe, and yell. Don't die quietly. Scream a lot. That's what they say to do. So I'll be fine in that instance because I would not die quietly. I would be very loud about it.
Oh no, I'm getting eaten.
I love to complain. I'd be like, my leg, my everything.
This sucks.
Yeah, this is how I saw myself going out.
This is on me for being here.
In the off chance that it's the apocalypse, though, and the lions that live here get out of the zoos.
Okay.
It's zombies or that, sure.
They need it, you know?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They win.
And honestly, lots of lions and general cat creatures are going to be endangered or already are, so they can eat me. I've served a purpose for the future at that point, so.
Yeah. There's plenty of us.
Yeah.
So, what's one or two more of us?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did think of the best animal mom.
Oh, tell me.
It is the octopus.
What do octopus moms do?
So octopus moms, there's like a point where they protect the babies and it's like a really vital time. And so they can't leave them. So they like stay with them to the point where like they can't even leave to go eat. So sometimes they eat their own arms. Yeah, they have 8 of them. So they just eat a few.
Do they grow back to the arms?
No, it's just like they sacrifice that part of their being so their babies live. Okay. And then the babies go on and then they do that. So yeah. They're not sacrificing, you know?
Yeah. Huh.
Like now that octopus has like, you know, has to do some big things in life. Like your mom ate her arms for you.
Yeah, you gotta be a doctor, you know, or whatever the octopus.
You have to be a doctopus,
or whatever the equivalent is for that.
A doc. Yeah.
I don't know, underwater terms. I don't know. I'm not down there. I don't know what they do, but you gotta be the best octopus you could be, or they're a good mom. Octopus so like maybe they're like, you know, just be yourself.
Yeah, I did this so you could be whatever you want.
Yeah. And whatever that is.
Any of it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're the best mom, that's how they'd feel.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't do it like as a threat, you know?
Yeah, I really don't like.
From what I learned for you.
It doesn't seem like that would come up. Yeah. Honestly, they'd be like, "This is what is expected of a mother."
Yeah.
And the kid's like, "Right." And one day I will also do this
if I have to. Yeah. Unless I'm a boy.
Yeah, and then you know, I think the octopus dads are similar to, like the other absent fathers, where they're like, hey.
Well, some also just die after mating. I think that's a thing sometimes too. And a lot of bugs. That's the thing. Or the moms eat them.
Yeah, which is honestly, it's pretty helpful for a dad. Yeah. There's some sustenance.
Yeah.
It's a form of sacrifice.
Yeah.
I think
it's like giving out your arms. Yeah, that's real.
Unless you're Marlin, Nemo's dad.
Finding Nemo.
Usually they just make the eggs have babies in them and they leave.
Yeah.
They don't even know who the mom was.
Lots of fish have short lifespan too, so a lot of times they just die.
Yeah. Yeah. So so that was your fun little facts about the best animal mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anyone knows more about seahorses and whether or not the dads do more than just give birth to them, do they take care of them a bunch? Are they like watching them? Is there a cool seahorse documentary I need to watch?
I feel like, I will say, we've watched a lot of really cool animal revenge movies and very little educational animal movies. So maybe we should do a little both.
Yeah, if anyone wants to recommend some really good, I know there's like my like octopus friend or something, or like there's like an octopus documentary that people like cry about.
Yeah,
I was like, my best friend is an octopus.
Animal themed documentaries, like because they scare me and I find that fun. In that like real life is scary, so it's like a real life horror movie.
It's just so real, you know.
Mm-hmm. I love watching the under the water ones. They're so scary. But it's very fun.
You call them horror movies and it's just like Discover Earth.
Yeah, and it's just like the giant squid. I
was like, no, cancel.
The dark part of the ocean where they're all see-through and terrifying of teeth for some reason.
So fun. So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that was our Beast/Lion Guide episode. So hopefully now you know what to do in case of lion. And the answer is don't be there. And the second answer is...
that's the case for most things.
Just stop. Yeah. Figure it out. Ask him what's up.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? You need a snack?
If you have a cat, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah. You get it. You know their moods. They'll get over you. They'll get bored.
Be like, oh, little baby. And they'll be like, yes, I'm a baby.
Oh, they'll love that. You can nuzzle right up to them. They love it when you do that. If you've ever encountered like a really just like rude, territorial, like street cat, then you know how to handle a lion. Because it really, I've
same thing.
approached them in a similar like, huh? Oh, no? Okay, cool. Go about your way. And then they leave, and I'm like, all right.
Excellent.
Respect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what you should do. Definitely check out the film. It is fun. Do it with some friends, and then maybe watch an actual documentary.
Like every single film that we've watched is a watch with friends. It's just a fun time. If you think about it too much, you're not going to have fun. But if you're just here for a fun time to have entertainment with your friends, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none of these are like somebody's favorite movie, and that's okay.
Yeah, and if it is, that's also fine.
Yeah, maybe someone. Although I think Cook and Bear could absolutely be someone's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Definitely at the top of the list so far. But we have a lot of animals left for the rest of this month and next month. We will be talking about animals and what happens when they're angry. And you were there. Tough luck, buddy.
That's literally the theme.
Tough
And you
luck.
are there. Did you do something to make the animals mad? No, but someone
You're just
did.
existing, dude.
So
Don't exist near animals. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. So don't get married.
delete your kids. Or
Or-
they'll be lions. Your kids are lions. You know, your cats are your kids. So
That's true. That's true. Or you're out on a safari for reasons
With your kids.
And with your kids.
yeah.
So you got to now. You got to be the best animal dad.
yeah.
Good
That's
luck.
all. Good luck.
Good luck. I don't know what you're doing, but good luck.
Yeah.
Bye.